Welcome back to Pure Production Flow, where we uncover the mesmerizing engineering secrets behind the everyday products found in your pantry. Today, we are taking a deep dive into the journey of the humble pumpkin, transforming from a field crop into puree. Unlike the bright orange carving pumpkins you see at Halloween, these tan-skinned varieties are specially grown for their dense, sweet flesh. These hardy vines have spent the entire summer soaking up the sun and nutrients to produce heavy, nutrient-rich fruits for harvest. Determining the exact moment for harvest is crucial, as the sugar content needs to be at its absolute peak for processing. As the autumn season fully sets in, the window for harvesting opens, requiring a massive logistical effort to clear these fields. Modern agriculture relies on these mechanical giants designed specifically to handle the heavy weight and irregular shape of thousands of pumpkins. These machines are built for endurance, capable of traversing rough terrain while carrying tons of produce without stopping for a break. From this high vantage point, the operator controls the complex mechanisms that will gently lift the pumpkins from the ground below. The engineering challenge here is to lift heavy objects quickly while being gentle enough to prevent premature breakage or spoilage. Once lifted, the pumpkins begin their mechanical journey, traveling up the conveyor belts in a continuous, mesmerizing stream of tan globes. This efficient process replaces the back-breaking labor of the past, allowing farmers to harvest hundreds of acres in just days. The hopper fills up with incredible speed, gathering tons of raw material that will soon become the base for holiday pies. Coordination is key here, as the harvester offloads its cargo into the truck without either vehicle stopping their forward momentum. It is a heavy, noisy transfer, shifting thousands of pounds of produce from the field machinery to the road transport vehicle. Once full, the trucks immediately depart for the processing facility, ensuring the pumpkins remain fresh and are processed as quickly as possible. This logistical chain connects the rural farming areas with the industrial processing centers, bridging the gap between nature and industry. Every shipment is carefully weighed and logged, allowing the factory to track yields and pay the farmers accurately for their crop. Before processing begins, strict quality control measures ensure that only healthy, undamaged pumpkins enter the food production line. Today, the unloading zone is designed for efficiency, using gravity and hydraulics to empty the massive trucks in a matter of minutes. Gravity takes over as the truck is tilted, sending a massive avalanche of pumpkins tumbling down into the receiving bays below. They land directly into water flumes, which serve a dual purpose, cushioning their fall and beginning the essential cleaning process. Water transport is incredibly efficient, moving tons of produce gently without the friction or damage associated with mechanical conveyor belts. This soaking period softens the hardened field mud, making it much easier to remove in the subsequent high-pressure washing stages. Powerful jets of water scour the surface of every pumpkin, ensuring that no soil or foreign contaminants enter the factory. Rotating brushes provide a mechanical scrubbing action, polishing the skins and ensuring a level of cleanliness suitable for food production. Human eyes are still the best tool for spotting defects, so workers monitor the line to remove any unsuitable pumpkins manually. Now thoroughly cleaned and inspected, the pumpkins ascend into the heart of the factory, where the real transformation will take place. The factory environment is a marvel of stainless steel and automation, designed to process tons of pumpkin every single hour. The first step in processing is breaking down the whole fruit, as powerful mechanical blades slice the pumpkins into large chunks. This exposes the vibrant orange flesh and the seed cavity, preparing the material for the separation and cooking processes that follow. Innovative separators tumble the chunks, using centrifugal force and vibration to detach the seeds without wasting the valuable pumpkin meat. Nothing goes to waste here. The seeds are collected separately to be washed, dried, and roasted for a popular snack. The main event for our puree production is the flesh, which now travels towards the massive steam tunnels for thermal processing. Steam is the lifeblood of this factory, providing the clean, intense heat needed to cook the pumpkin rapidly and evenly. Inside these tunnels, the pumpkin is subjected to precise temperatures that break down the cellular structure and soften the fibers. This cooking phase is critical not just for texture, but for releasing the natural sugars and developing that characteristic pumpkin flavor. Emerging from the steam tunnel, the pumpkin is now fully cooked, incredibly hot, and ready to be transformed into smooth puree. The texture has changed dramatically, going from a rock-hard vegetable to a soft, mashable substance in a matter of minutes. The next stage is the finisher, a machine that presses the cooked pumpkin through fine screens to remove skins and strings. This mechanical separation is incredibly precise, ensuring that only the smooth, creamy flesh makes it into the final product. What emerges is orange gold, a thick, consistent puree that is free of any lumps, skins, or fibrous material. The leftover skins are not discarded, but are often repurposed as nutrient-rich feed for local livestock or compost for fields. The puree is now pumped through a closed system of sanitary piping, protecting it from any airborne contaminants in the factory. Quality control is continuous, with technicians checking the viscosity and color to ensure every batch meets the brand's strict standards. Consistency is vital for bakers, so the factory ensures the moisture content is regulated to a specific percentage before canning. Meanwhile, the packaging side of the factory is in full swing, with empty cans streaming towards the fillers at high speed. Hygiene is paramount, so every single can is inverted and air cleaned to ensure a sterile environment for the pumpkin. The filling machine is a blur of motion, capable of filling hundreds of cans per minute with precise amounts of puree. Precision engineering ensures that every can receives the exact weight of product, with zero spillage or waste on the line. Speed is of the essence here, to maintain the temperature of the puree and prevent any contamination before the lid is applied. The seamer creates a hermetic seal, locking in the freshness and ensuring the product is shelf-stable for years to come. Once sealed, the cans are not yet finished. They must undergo a final thermal process to ensure absolute food safety. The cans are loaded into massive retorts, which act like giant pressure cookers to sterilize the contents inside the sealed can. This step kills any potential bacteria and completes the cooking process, guaranteeing the product is safe to eat without preservatives. Precise monitoring of time and temperature is critical. Too little heat is unsafe, while too much could burn the puree. Rapid cooling follows the heating phase to stop the cooking process immediately, preserving the bright color and flavor of the pumpkin. Before labeling, the cans must be perfectly dry, so powerful air knives strip away the water droplets from the cooling bath. The labeling machine applies the branding at incredible speeds, wrapping each can with the familiar label consumers recognize in stores. Traceability is maintained by printing a unique batch code and expiration date on every single unit that leaves the line. Automation handles the final packaging, where robots gently but swiftly pack the cans into cases ready for shipping. Palletizers stack the cases and stretch wrappers secure the load, preparing thousands of cans for their journey to grocery stores. The warehouse fills up quickly during the harvest season, stockpiling enough pumpkin to last consumers through the entire year. From the farm to the factory and finally to the shelf, this can represents the culmination of agricultural and industrial effort. When you open a can at home, you are seeing the result of a process designed to capture nature's bounty perfectly. The consistency is always perfect for recipes, providing the base for pies, muffins, soups, and other seasonal autumn treats. It blends seamlessly with spices and sugar, creating the nostalgic flavor profile that defines the Thanksgiving and holiday season. As it bakes, the simple puree transforms once again, filling the home with a warm, inviting aroma that everyone loves. Behind the scenes, maintenance crews work tirelessly to keep the complex machinery running smoothly throughout the intense harvest window. Preventative maintenance is crucial, as a breakdown during the peak harvest could lead to tons of pumpkins spoiling in the fields. Sustainability is also a priority. The massive amounts of water used for washing and transport are often treated and recycled. Back at the farm, the cycle continues. Once the harvest is complete, the land is prepared for the winter rest. The organic matter from the vines returns to the soil, nourishing the earth and preparing it for the next planting season. Nature takes its course through the seasons, resting under the snow before life begins anew with the arrival of spring. When the soil warms up, farmers return with precision planters to sow the seeds that will become next year's harvest. The cycle of life restarts as the seeds germinate, marking the beginning of another long journey towards the canning factory. Pollination is a critical step, relying on nature's workers, the bees, to ensure that the flowers transform into fruit.
That's exactly what we
Slowly,
needed for the
the
shelf
fruit
life target.
begins to swell, starting as a small green globe and growing steadily throughout the hot summer months. As autumn approaches, the color shifts, signaling that the starch is converting to sugar and the pumpkin is ready. Meanwhile, innovation never stops, as food scientists explore new ways to utilize pumpkin in various food products beyond just pie. From nutrient-dense baby food to savory soups and beverages, the applications for this versatile vegetable continue to expand globally. There is a certain beauty in the industrial precision, a dance of metal and motion that feeds millions of people. The puree itself is a marvel of consistency, a testament to the rigorous processing standards maintained by the production facility. Behind the machines are the people planners, engineers, and operators who coordinate this complex flow of materials and finished goods. During the peak harvest, the factory never sleeps, operating around the clock to ensure not a single pumpkin is wasted. The dedication of the workforce ensures that the supply chain remains unbroken, delivering fresh products regardless of the time. Planning for the future is constant, with seeds for the next generation carefully stored in climate-controlled environments to protect viability. Global demand for pumpkin products is steady, driven by both traditional holiday consumption and a growing interest in healthy eating. While fresh pumpkin is great, the canned version offers unmatched convenience and consistency, saving home cooks hours of preparation time. Its culinary potential goes far beyond pie. It adds moisture to breads, richness to curries, and nutrients to smoothies. Back on the line, the rhythm continues. The robotic palletizers build stability into every stack, ready for long-distance transport. Warehousing logistics are a ballet of forklifts, organizing inventory to ensure first-in, first-out stock rotation. Even after packaging, random audits are conducted to ensure that the product reaching the customer is of the highest quality. Sensory experts evaluate the aroma and taste, ensuring the flavor profile remains true to the natural pumpkin taste we expect. The final stage of the factory process is distribution. Trucks arrive daily to carry the finished goods to distribution centers. Loading the trucks requires skill to maximize space and ensure the heavy load is balanced for safe highway travel. Once loaded, the doors are sealed and the shipment begins its journey to retailers, wholesalers, and bakeries across the country. As the trucks depart, we reflect on the incredible journey these pumpkins have taken, from a seed in the dirt to a pantry staple. We have witnessed the care and cultivation, the power of harvesting, and the thorough cleaning processes that ensure safety. We have seen the transformation through precision cutting, steam cooking, and refining that turns a hard vegetable into smooth gold. And finally, the marvel of high-speed canning and sterilization that preserves this harvest for us to enjoy year-round. It is a process that combines the best of agriculture and engineering, resulting in a product that brings people together. The smooth texture on your fork is a direct result of the industrial finishers and screens we saw earlier. Ultimately, food production is about nourishment and enjoyment, connecting the hard work of farmers to the joy of families. As the season turns and the fields rest, the cycle of production stands ready to begin again next year. Industrial food processing, when done right, acts as a bridge between the abundance of nature and the needs of society. It allows us to access pure, natural nutrition without additives, preserved simply by heat and airtight packaging technology. We owe a debt of gratitude to the skilled workers and farmers who dedicate their time to this essential industry. Thank you for joining us on this detailed journey through the production flow of canned pumpkin puree today. We hope this gives you a new appreciation for the technology and effort behind the simple cans in your pantry. If you enjoyed this deep dive into food manufacturing, Please check out our other videos exploring how things are made. Don't forget to hit the like button if you learned something new, and subscribe to stay updated with our latest content. Ring that notification bell so you never miss an episode as we continue to explore the world of production. Pure Production Flow is dedicated to bringing you high-quality educational content about the industrial world around us. This video was researched and produced with care, aiming to provide accuracy and visual satisfaction for all our viewers. We believe that understanding where our food comes from is essential for a sustainable and appreciative society.
We're good to go.
Capturing these processes takes us to interesting places, from muddy fields to sterile, high-tech factory floors. We use modern technology not just to process food, but to document and share these amazing stories with you. Leave a comment below on what production process you would like us to cover in our next documentary video. Until next time, keep staying curious and keep exploring the fascinating flow of production. Goodbye and see you soon.